What is going on, everybody? Jason from jasonbracht.com, and I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for watching this video. I couldn't do any of these videos without your guys' support, comments, likes, all that good stuff. You guys keep me pumped up and motivated to keep making these videos. What we are going to be talking about today are the top 7 things that are going to keep you guys afloat and making money in 2015 on Kindle. These are the top 7 core things that I've done to build my business in the past and continue to build my business today. Again, these aren't going to be any crazy little cute tips or tricks or tactics that a lot of people like to talk about. These are the basic core fundamental things that are going to keep you guys on track to making money in 2015 on Kindle and beyond. So thank you guys very much. And without further ado, let me get into, hey, what's going on? So number 1, you have to have your roadmap. If you do not have your roadmap, aka your goals set up, you are going to fail. You've heard me talk about this from day one. And again, repetition is the mother of all skill. You have to have your roadmap, your goals set up in order for you to be successful at Kindle. If you're watching this video and you do not have your goals set for 2015, hit the stop button, stop what you're doing, and sit down and write down your goals. It is not hard. It is not difficult. You need to write them down on a piece of paper, and you need to be looking at them every single day. Once when you wake up, once before you go to bed. If you do this, guys, I'm telling you, you're going to be ahead of 99%, or maybe 99, 98, I don't know what it is. But 99% of the people you are going to be ahead of, you are going to have the leg up on, because they do not set goals. They do not have that subconscious mind trained to go after their goals. Goal setting is the most powerful thing you can do, not only in your business life, but in your personal life and any type of thing you're trying to go after. We have to have these goals. We have to have these roadmaps to know where we are going, or we will not get there. If we do get there, it is not going to be the result that we want. So the first thing you need to do for 2015 to ensure your Kindle success is have that roadmap. Make sure you are writing down your goals. Guarantee you guys do that, you're going to be so far ahead of everybody else, it's not going to be funny. Number 2, we have to have systems in place to be successful. If you walk into a Toyota plant right now today, they have systems for every single thing they do, from putting on a tire to screwing down the last nut or bolt on that vehicle. They have everything figured out. They know what they're doing. They've revolutionized the way things are done, and they have systems and processes for everything. So how do we do that? How do we apply that to Kindle business? I can tell you what I do. I use certain tools to ensure that I know where everything is at in the process. So you've heard me talk about these as well, probably, but I use Evernote and I use Dropbox religiously. I use Evernote to track every single thing that I do. One thing you can do right now, after you get done watching this video, of course, is check out the link below. I'm going to link a guy by the name of Evernote Scott. He does a phenomenal job on Evernote and is showing you guys how to use that. It's an absolutely free tool. And then I use Dropbox as well. That's another one of my systems and processes, because I have my writers upload all the books to Dropbox. I have my VA sharing the Dropbox folder there. So we know where everything's at along in the process. I don't really have to think that much. I don't have to chase down emails. I don't have to chase down Elance or Odesk files or anything like that. I know exactly what I'm doing. I use Google Docs religiously to communicate with my VAs, to tell them, okay, here's a date where my free promo's at. Here's where the book link's at. Here's what I'm, how many reviews I'm looking to do. It's not that hard, it's not rocket science, but, I studied some of these processes from some of the great organizations in the world, and they all do really the same thing. They know exactly what they're going to do, and then they just execute that process, and it works like a dream once you get that up and running. When I first was starting, I was trying to do everything the long and hard way, chasing down files and emails and getting caught up in the minutia. If you set up these systems and processes, you guys aren't going to have to do that. It's going to make your life a lot easier. So number 1, roadmap. Number 2, systems and processes. Number 3 is 80-20 niche selection. Okay, guys, I want you spending a lot of your time, you've heard of the 80-20 principle, where you're going to get, a lot of success based on that 20%. You're going to get 80% of the success based on 20% of the things you do. So what we want to do is, utilize the high leverage stuff. We want to really spend a lot of time selecting high quality niches. Some of the mistakes that I've made in the past is I've actually jumped into stuff. I said, oh, this might work. And I'm basically throwing darts at the board. So I want you guys to really sit down and drill down and find profitable niches that you guys can make money on for years and years to come. We don't want to spend a lot of time micromanaging people or, getting caught up in all these, minutia of, promotional crazy stuff that people have you guys doing or talking about or anything like that. What's going to make us money, guys? Our books and our niches that we're in. You could have everything, again, you could have everything else right. You could have all the, the I's dotted and the T's crossed and everything like that. If you're in a horrible niche and a book that people don't want to read, it doesn't matter what you did. So I want you guys to spend a lot of time on niche selection. Get the right niches, get the right books. The rest will take care of itself. So we're spending time doing the things that matter. This is 2015. This is a new year. This is where you guys are going to flourish in this business. It's about doing the basic fundamental stuff, guys. It's not about doing, all these crazy little tricks and tips and tactics people are talking about. That doesn't matter. The basic fundamentals, the people in this world that are doing things, the people that have done things great, master the basics before they get into the little stuff that makes up maybe a tenth or a fraction of their business. So this list right here, guys, it might not wow you with all these new tips and tricks. This is the basic stuff that got me where I'm at and got a lot of my colleagues where they're at. And I want to share it with you because this is the process that I'm following for this year. And I guarantee that, I know if you guys follow this, you guys are going to get where you want to go as well. Number 4, we're going to hire amazing writers. This kind of piggybacks on number 3. We're using that 80-20 principle. We are making sure that our books are phenomenal, that they are going to garner good reviews, that they're going to get good ratings, that people are going to like them and buy from you guys again and again. Guess what? I know the competition. I know what people are doing. They make books that absolutely suck. 90% of the people out there that are complaining about, no, there's too much competition, there's too many niches, there's too many people doing too many things, their books suck. The reason I'm still making money on books that I first released is because I took the time to hire the writers. And if you watch some of my videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. Some of the hiring processes that I do. Some of the ways that I weed people out. It's really not hard, but I take those extra little steps to make sure that I'm hiring excellent writers. And if I don't find them on the first run, I continue to go back to the well over and over until I find the people that can write good books for me. And guess what, guys? It works. It's not hard. There's amazing writers out there. There's people that are, trying to pay their college tuition. There's people overseas. There's people everywhere, every nook and cranny of this great world that will write amazing books for you. It's your job to find them. You have to be the detective. You have to continue to find and search out these writers, but there's an abundance of them, so it's really not that hard. But again, your competition, the people that are out there, they're not doing it right, man. They're putting out horrible books. I know it, and you guys, if you do what I'm talking about, especially on steps 3 and 4, you guys are going to outshine them. You guys are going to be flourishing in 2015. Step 5, we want to scale up. If you've done everything, step 1 through 4, if you've done your roadmap, if you've got your systems in place, if you're doing 80-20 niche research, if you are hiring amazing writers, that system should be working now. You should have everything running like a well-oiled machine. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to take it up to the next level. We're going to scale up this business. The money is in not only the quality, but it's going to be the quantity as well. Once you master the quality factor and you start having everything quality-wise on point, we want to start scaling it up a little bit more quantity-wise. And now I don't talk about putting out 20 books every single week. I think you've heard me talk about it before. I think 4 to 5 a week, small informational guides, okay? Books, a lot of people look at me like I'm funny when I say a 30-word book or 30-page book. But guess what? That is what people want. The market research bears this. Amazon's put categories specifically for short reads. People do not have a ton of time anymore. There's so many different avenues of competition competing for their viewership or readership or anything like that. So these short books are the perfect answer to a lot of people's problems. So 4 to 5 books, guides, whatever you want to call them, reports, it doesn't matter. People love them. People devour them. People read them. And so we want to put about 4 to 5 out. That's what I do. I don't try to go to anything more than that. And again, I don't try to go less than that unless I'm kind of in a maintenance or just taking some time off or anything like that. So we want to scale it up. So if you're doing 1 book a week right now and you're getting overwhelmed, if you start hiring your VAs, your outsourcing, which I'm going to be doing some videos on that as well, how to hire those people, you're going to be finding this is going to be a lot easier for you than being that one-man army trying to do everything yourself. You've heard me say it before, Richard Branson isn't out there on the airplanes fixing the engines, okay? You do not want to be the one-man army trying to balance 95 different things at once. We want to focus on the high leverage, higher level stuff, and eventually start paying people and outsourcing to leverage our time better, because our time is our most valuable resource. Number 6, we are going to treat this like a real business, okay? There's a lot of people out there, man, these clowns, they are not treating this like a real business. They are just really, in my opinion, giving some of the Kindle publishers a bad name for some of the buffoonery that they're taking place in, just putting out horrible books, putting out horrible ideas, people putting out courses with horrible information and bad ideas, and just these spammy and scammy things that don't really focus on the fundamentals. And if you guys are watching this video, I commend you, because you guys are taking the next step. You guys are saying, you know what, F this, I'm not taking these crazy tips and tricks and shortcuts. I'm doing the real stuff, and I'm going to be standing there at the finish line with a legitimate business. So why do I say treat this like a real business? Because so many people don't. They don't realize that the power of this passive income business, that the power of having royalties, throwing a book up there and being able to sell to everybody in the world within an hour is a very powerful thing. It's a very great privilege that Amazon has given us to do, because I know that if I want to throw an ebook out there, I would not have that audience to market to. So my thing is treat this like a real business. Do everything we've talked about 1 through 6 or 1 through 5. Get everything in check: goals, processes, systems. Get your team in place. Get your staff in place, if you will, and start treating this like a real business. And think of yourself as a small publishing company, not someone who produces books on Kindle, because what we are is a very small publishing company that it can grow to a big publishing company, or wherever you want to go with it. But treat it like a real business, guys, and it will treat you very well and reward you handsomely. Number 7, my final, I guess you could say, word of wisdom or motivational tip: don't give up, okay? So many people give up before they reach the top. If you've read anything by Seth Godin, a book by the name of The Dip, he talks about, people get up to that level of that roller coaster, and right before they're getting that success, they stop, and they didn't know how close they were to success. A lot of people, when I first started, I put out about 10, 20 books, and I had very moderate success, and I just kept with the system, kept refining the system, kept going over the process till I got where I wanted to get. And it took me a little bit of time, but you guys, if you guys follow this basic little 7-step guideline that I've laid out, you're gonna get there. But don't give up. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't make money doing Kindle. Don't let anybody ever tell you that you can't make money online. I don't care if it's friends or family, anybody out there on the internet. Everybody's got an opinion, and an opinion is the cheapest form of currency, okay? Everybody's got them. Very few people are out there walking the walk, showing income reports, showing things, talking about, what they're doing, and being candid and open with it. So I try to pride myself on doing that, because if I'm just some guy behind the camera talking and not showing you guys what I'm doing, it's not going to really hold a lot of weight. But don't give up. Don't ever, let anybody tell you that you can't be successful in this, because there's so many people out there that are making a lot of money. There's people that are making way more money than I am on Kindle. And there's, probably people making way more money than those other people on Kindle. And you guys can be the next success story. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure if you guys follow these steps, you will be the next success story. So thank you guys so much. I really enjoy interacting with you. drop a comment. You know, it really keeps me motivated to keep making these videos. I love interacting. Hit that like button too. That really gives me a nice boost, a nice smile when I see some like buttons, because you know what? That makes me want to keep making these videos, keep pumping out quality content, and lets me know you guys are liking what I'm doing. So I appreciate that, guys, so much. Hit that subscribe button as well if you haven't done that already. And I'm going to make some more videos this week. Hopefully you guys are entertained and getting some good information out of this. Talk to you again soon. Thank you.